Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. We are in Galway Aquarium, and so now we're gonna go downstairs and let's have a look together. So this is a part 2 of the video. This is where you come in. I want to show you a splash tank. So let's wait for that big splash. And also this is something that this particular type of fish would have where they live. Whoa. So essentially when you just walk in through the entrance, you're advised to go upstairs first. And that's where I went. You will see the video also linked to this one, so please check out the part 2. This is a part 1 or part 2. That was a part 1 because obviously you have to start from the upstairs, yeah? So this one is probably one of the biggest exhibits. It's right in the middle. Oh, we have the sharks. These are called the dogfish, which is a type of cat shark. And they live together with some stingrays. These stingrays are the bottom feeders. We can see one coming right at us. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an Atlantic stingray. So their mouth is at the bottom and they have very sharp teeth that can even crack the shells. And here is a shark. So 15 euros is what I paid to come in. 15 euros for an adult or 12 for a student. They also have special family rates if you have kids and if it's few adults or maybe just one adult, depending. So obviously no flash photography, don't bang the glass, and no hands in the tank, please. This video was not sponsored or anything like that. I'm just bringing you through together to have a little look with me. So there is a lot of attention to detail. These sharks actually can be found in Irish waters. They're small enough sharks, you know, and they are living together here with the stingrays. Oh, we have the starfish as well. I'll close it up, do the close-up for you. Actually, starfish, they can lose their arms or legs, but they can also grow it back. A lot of times, hey, it is due to the self-defense. This is a smaller citizen here, just gliding. Oh yeah, and usually the sharks, they like to hang out together as well. They're right at the edge. Actually not in the area of the glass, so somewhere where they cannot be seen. The different feeds are on different times of the day. Today there is still the 3 o'clock feed, which is in about an hour and a half away. It's June 2025 if you're curious as to when is this video being shot. And there are a couple of people around, so it seems to be popular. And it's also very educational, so it's good whether it's for an adult or a child, teenager, anyone really. It's nice to walk around, read, educate yourself. Here is a sea cucumber. I talked about it and showed it actually on the other part of this video. and it's least concern. So you can see that they also have put up a bit of an information on whether it's endangered or not and whereabout it is in that kind of scheme. Some animals, some creatures you'd be, you would have seen before, and some other ones may be new to you, or some information about it may be new to you. So it is good to walk around just casually and have a little look, give yourself enough time so you don't have to rush through it. The working hours are, well, they're kind of short enough, I suppose, in a way. On the other hand, I understand that it's kind of also to do with how much interest there is, and given that the staff has to be also paid and all the business part of things. So seahorses, let's stop with the seahorses, and you can see that they're hanging onto the objects. They like to do that a lot. Actually, fun fact that seahorses mate for life, and the daddy seahorse is the one who's keeping the babies in their belly actually, and then it's just squirting out the babies. So this is the exhibit where you can see the seahorses, also known as Irish seahorses. There are two species around the Irish coastline, the spiny seahorse or the short snouted seahorse. Pregnancy. The male is the only creature where the male has a true reverse pregnancy. The female transfers her eggs to the male, which he self-fertilizes in his pouch. Lots of kiddies are having a little browse with their parents or guardians. Always good to see that. Ooh, octopus. Octopus has several brains, several hearts, and has blue blood. Octopus is very clever. And looks very mysterious as well. They're actually as intelligent as around maybe a 3-year-old human child. So they can open here you see, he or she have opened these Kinder eggs. They can be opening things. There was a lot of reminders for us not to be polluting the ocean and the sea, and by that, obviously don't leave your rubbish in the beach, don't flush the sanitary items down the toilet, of course never flush food, or that's the thing, you see. It's just about educating yourself, educating other people, and just being that example. Don't flush tampons, sanitary items and things like that. Even like the facial or the like all the different wipes, like makeup wipes, face wipes, baby wipes, you cannot flush them down as well. It all ends up in the oceans and the seas, and the pollution is just being worsened by all that. So let's be all mindful. So downstairs, and also that it is like the last kind of a part that you will visit before leaving, is grander in a way of, you have, say for example, this big tank which you can see most of upstairs, but this is very deep. So this is like from the ground floor or the basement level. No, this is ground floor. From ground floor looking up. I will give you a little spin as well. And if you're curious as to who are these creatures, these are wreckfish, Atlantic wreckfish. They are not endangered, and the wreckfish have a large head, big eyes, and protruding lower jaw. Color is dark gray on the back and becoming lighter underneath. They inhabit the open water of the continental shelf and slope.
So this is a little 360 view for you as well. There's a lot of artistic pieces, like we can see the shark and the seagull imitation. Look at the lovely placement of this starfish. Looks very nice actually. This is the splash tank we've seen from the other side. And they're European bass. Again, in the scale from not valued to the extinct, they are at the least concern. They live about 25 years. They're about 100 centimeters length. And you can see the starfish, they really like to stick to the surfaces. You can see a lot of tentacles. They're actually very strong. Again, just be mindful not to be doing any flash photography while you're here. Inside an octopus, we can see how octopus looks. And I also already advised a couple of things about it. If you've been to the Galway Aquarium, let me know. I would be curious to know as to when did you go, what year, and what did you think about it, and maybe how much you paid if you remember. Rock pools. I just saw somewhere written rock pools. Oh yeah, so this is a bit of an idea how this is all laid out. Rock pool is upstairs. So here we go. First floor. And this is the second floor. Entrance lift. First floor. No, it's actually the other way. It's the ground floor and then it's the first floor, in fact. Okay, so this is the first floor, or in other words, and this is the second half of the visit, which is the ground floor. This is where we are right this moment. So we have some information, and the information is everywhere. I'll show you something that I thought was just a nice attention to detail, like the toilets. You come in through this door, you can see the outside world. Look, his baby changing and hers. Again, a lovely art, a lovely attention to detail. So this concludes the walkthrough of the part 2 of this video, and what was essentially a ground floor of Galway Aquarium. This setup is as of June 2025. The cost per adult was 15 euros, and whether you book it online or you book it here in person, the price is same. Red list conservation status. So here we have Regal Tang, and it is least concern. Would be very nice if you would click that subscribe button, please, and like this video if you did enjoy it or found it helpful.
Clownfish.
So here is your tropical fish right before octopus. It really makes me feel sad to see animals trapped like this, you know. It just doesn't feel right. So thank you very much everyone for watching. Let me know in the comments if you decided to actually go ahead and visit Galway Aquarium, and if you did, then I hope that this video was helpful. You probably were doing a bit of research, you wanted to get a glimpse into it. So this is the biggest tank. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you around. Take care and bye bye.